we are going to make a vase. And this is just one design. You can make a vase any way you want. They're very easy to make. So let's get started on it. Go into your OnShape and open up a new a new file, a new drawing. And we're going to go ahead and click. First thing, actually, let's double check that we're in the right unit. So for this workspace unit, I suggest you go with inches. If you're in millimeters, millimeters are great for things like Lego bricks, but it'd be a tiny little vase if you work in millimeters. So let's go with inches, double check that. And then we're going to put a sketch on the front face. So let's go to front and a sketch on the front face. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and draw a rectangle. And I don't want a tiny little one. So for the width, maybe you can just hover. But I'm going to hover over to the width, and I'm just going to make it, I'm going to make it 8 inches wide. And then for the height, I'm going to go with 12 inches. So it's a good sized vase. All right, so about a foot tall, 8 inches. All right, now I'm going to create the curved shape of my vase, right? So this one kind of has this sort of kind of curved shape, and the curve is really up to you. This is where you can be a little bit creative in it. The tool we're going to use is this spline tool, this one that says spline right there. So I'm going to start, so this is all blue, and that's important that it's all blue here. I'm going to start, I don't want to put it here because that's going to make the bottom of my vase really thin, and it'll just narrow, it'll just topple over. So I'm going to start kind of over here, make a fairly wide floor to my vase. And then with my spline tool, I'm just going to kind of click there, and you'll notice it starts to curve. And you can kind of decide what curve you want it to be. I'm going to come out, I'll come out like that. And again, I don't want to end too wide, or I don't want to end too narrow. So maybe I'll go right about there. And when you're happy with it, you're going to double click. And you'll notice that that completes and closes out the space. Now we want to cut away this, trim out this part we don't want. So we're going to use our trim tool. We're going to trim that line and that line and that line. So we're left with just this. And I'm pretty happy with that. So we can hit check, and we have the general shape of our vase. I don't really need all these work planes anymore. They're just kind of, they kind of get in the way. So I'm going to go ahead and delete, or not delete, I'm just going to hide them. And so I'm just facing the spring in the front. Cool. All right, so now we're going to revolve this around an axis. So we're going to select this surface. We're going to go to this tool here that says revolve. And I've already told it what face I'm going to use. Now I need to tell what axis. So we're going to revolve this shape around this axis. So I'm going to click on that. And I'm going to select this axis, and you'll see it will revolve around like that. Okay. All right. That's pretty easy. And once I've got that and I'm happy with it, I can hit this. If I don't like that shape, I can X out, and I can go back and make some adjustments to this spline. Let me face this from the front here. And I think I can adjust. Oh, maybe I can't. No, I guess I can. So I'm going to just go with it. If you don't like it, you can delete that one and do it over. So let me try it again. Revolve around this axis. And there we go. I'm going to check. Okay, there it is. I've got this. Got a nice sort of floor on this, which looks good. It's nice and flat, which makes me happy. So we'll topple over. I think on the top here, I'm going to do a couple little adjustments. I'm going to select that edge, and I'm going to go to this chamfer, and I'm going to try to chamfer it a little bit. You can kind of see what it does. It kind of creates a little channel there like that. So I'm going to adjust this distance and just try something like, let's see what happens with 1 inch. That's a little too much. Maybe I'll try 1/2 inch. I like that pretty good. I like that. And then I'm going to take this upper edge here, and I'm going to put a little fillet on that and just kind of round it out a little bit. Again, you can kind of play around with the values here. I'm going to go with 0.2 Just a slight little fillet on that. Okay, and now all I need to do is shell this out. So I can select this face, and there's this little button here that says shell, and it creates a thin-walled shell. I can decide that's a 0.1 inch, a tenth of an inch. That's a little thin. I don't want my vase to be that delicate, so maybe I'll try like a half an inch and see if that looks good. I like that. So it hollows it out, and it creates a shell of a half an inch. Pretty happy with that. I can hit check, and that looks good. And then as far as the color of this goes, you can select faces. So this face, I can right click on that, and I can give it an appearance to the face of this to maybe kind of like a, well, maybe like a little bit of a color like that, a little terracotta. I can do the same thing on this one, and on this one, and then this one, but maybe on the inside I want it to look a little different. So for the inside face, I'll click on that face, and I'll give that a different appearance. Maybe I'll make that just a little bit kind of like a lighter color. Maybe like that. Yeah, that looks pretty good. And there it is. So, whoop, forgot that. I should do that too. Edit appearance to the face, and I guess that's the color I've chosen. So check. Okay, so there is my vase. That's just one of many vases you can make. Okay, and now I'm going to show you how to make a simple wine glass. Same basic idea as the vase. So here's how we do it. Go into the parts, or create a new one. And we're going to click on the front face, and we're going to do a sketch on the front face. And here we go. So for this, we're going to make the whole thing out of a spline. So we'll click on the spline tool. We'll start here at the origin, and we're just going to kind of draw a general sort of shape of a wine glass. And just kind of follow along the wine glass shape that you like. I'm not going to end all the way there because I do want a little bit of a stem. So I'm going to click right about there, and then double click to end that. And then I'm going to use my line tool, and I'm going to draw a straight line down for the stem. Keep it straight, and I kind of angle it out a little bit. And I'm going to make sure I'm on line with the origin, and then all the way back up, and double click to set it. All right, so there is that. And now I'm just going to, it's closed, right? It's a closed shape. Now I'm going to go ahead and revolve that right here in the sketch. I'm going to click on revolve, and it asks me what axis. So it's already pre-selected the face. I'm going to select this axis here, and it will revolve it. Yeah, and then I hit done. I'm going to hide these axes because I don't really need them. I might add a little fillet to this because it looks a little bit boring. So I'm going to add a little fillet here, and you kind of drag this out and create a fillet that you sort of like, or you could type in values. I'm going to try that, and then oh, it didn't work right. Let me try it again. Click that, click the fillet, and it doesn't seem to like my fillet. I don't know why. Maybe if I give it a value, 0.5. Nope, I guess it doesn't want to fill it. Oh well, and there's the basic idea of a wine glass. My other one did fill it. I'm not quite sure why this one didn't, but that's what that fillet would look like if you got it to work right. Anyway, there you go, basic wine glass shape.